Justin in a Proto-Tech shop. Got this 67 Camaro with the 4L80 6.0. It's got their top end kit, sheet metal intake, 92 millimeter throttle body. We'll go through and show you how to set up a base map, use the new features in the advanced tuning software. Hopefully this gives you some ideas and shows you some success. All right, here it is, pretty standard install. Coolant plugs using the truck style coils, sheet metal intake, 92 millimeter. Nice accessory drive. It's by CVF, black, matches really well in this car. Got it strapped down to the Dynacom 2-wheel drive roller. It's pretty basic right now. It's got the 7-inch screen. It's just a wizard tune. We'll go ahead and fire it up and see what it does. Alright, you can see it fired right up. Just with the wizard tune. Check your pulse width too high. Holding a decent idle, open state. IEC needs to be adjusted. Like I said, it's just a first startup. We got the car powered on. We got the CAN to USB cable hooked up. This is a Jackpot, so we're going to go ahead and just download the wizard tune on the 67 Camaro. It starts, it runs poorly, but at least starts. So we just want to save what we have. That way we can revert back. We're going to look at the MAT and the ECT. Make sure those are within a few degrees of each other. You know, the next day when everything's code, everything should be at ambient temp. If those are off, then you want to go into your sensor data and do an offset and bring those in line. I've seen them 20-30 degrees off, so you may have to go in to sensor data and modify those to bring those in line. Usually the intake air temp is off and the engine coolant temp is reading correctly. Where this is how you see your sensor information. This is where you go and you change it now in between imperial and metric. I'm not going to go into great detail with this version. There's a new version out that's just so much better software, and we'll go in a little more in depth just to show you those features. Not talk about it too much, but your system details, configuration, fuel offset. You can go in and set your targets. Look at your settings here, your idle. You can go in and set your idle target speeds. You can go in and customize the table. ETB versus ETB, parterre versus ECT you'll use. You know, if you got electronic throttle body, IEC parterre versus ECT. You know, if you're having issues with code start. Spark tables. You know, we'll go through this in more detail, but just briefly showing you, for the sake of this video, where you go through and you make changes. These are global changes where it'll reach target under a simple format. You can go in and start doing a more advanced configuration and look at 2D correction, max brake timing tables, or max brake torque, whatever you want to say. These are just default. They work okay. Usually they're a little too spicy. Your fuel icon. You can look at your rated injector pressure. We'll have to change that. This is a 58 psi system. Idle targets. Again, if you have it on simple, it's going to look to these areas in the map to reach those targets. We'll go, like I said, we'll go into more detail again on the new software. Fuel earn tables. usually people ask what's 1 and 2, you know, left bank and right bank. You know, you get, there's not a sampling average of each bank, and then just giving you one learn table. So with that said, that's what bank 1's doing. Bank 2, you know, they're similar, so it's not bad with, you know, just the wizard tune. You know, usually if you can dial in 1 or 2 to 3%, you're doing pretty good. Transmission settings. We'll talk about that some in another vehicle, but or not another vehicle, but another video. We'll look at this briefly. Don't want to go into too much detail. There's different strategies, and I can just give you an overall synopsis of what I would do, and then, you know, your engine max rev. Usually I back that down to like 6,000 when I first start tuning, just in case something, you know, in case there's a runaway or something crazy happens, it'll never reach to a severe limit of blowing an engine up. That'll do it for this video. Like I said, we'll go through and I'll take this wizard tune from this computer and I'll load it into my other laptop, and we'll start going through the features of the advanced tuning software, and we'll go from there and get this 67 Camaro dialed in. If you have any questions, just let me know.